Yo, welcome to Sprawl. Oh my god, my mic, I totally blew out everybody's ears just now. That's what I meant about wanting to put... Anyways, hey, I blew out everybody's ears. Cool. It's Sprawl and Brawl, the show about MMA, episode number 72. It is happening on a Wednesday this week because we are going to switch around stuff, and we'll talk about that later. But there's a professional fight league this week, tomorrow, Thursday. So that's why we are doing the shows one day early. November 1st, though. Jesus Christ. That came up early, didn't it, Steiner?
Everyone says that, but...
Meh. I felt like this year went by pretty fast. Usually other years, I'm like, oh yeah, it's December. But this year, I don't know.
Time is time. There is no time.
Sure. Or you Apu?
Something like that. Sub teacher told me that at one point in time. Like I don't know how old was I? 14, 13. And he's like, time? There is no time. Time is time.
Sure.
And at that point in time, I was like that close to just kicking him in the nuts.
What class did he teach?
He was a sub, so I don't think he wasn't really a teacher.
Okay. Because I was going to say, like, if you taught math or something, like, there's numbers in time, god damn it. Those numbers are math. You should know better. You can represent time with something. It's real. It's real. At least we can pretend that it is. Who knows? Who knows what time it is?
Well, it was one of my friends had to take some sort of medication at a certain time, and we asked what time it was because the clock obviously was incorrect.
That's silly.
Yeah. Then we then we went to do. We just like looked at each other, and they walked away and said, "What the fuck was that?" And then went to go ask someone else.
That sounds like something.
Yeah.
So
it was funny.
Sprawl and Brawl. It's a show about MMA. Like I said, we're here every week. Wednesday, oddly this week, but next week we're here Monday. Live at around 2 p.m. We do Fresh Air is Overrated before Fresh Air is Overrated.
Before Sprawl and Brawl, dude. Whoa, you just boned that one.
Mm-hmm. So the show, Sprawl and Brawl, we do after Fresh Air is Overrated. That's what I wanted to say. So we do that live. Monday is now starting at 12. So,
Eastern.
Yes, Eastern time. Yes, and Canada and the U.S. and Mexico and South America and everywhere down there.
Mexico would now standard Eastern time.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're like slightly off.
They're Mountain or Central or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's the two. Yeah, because Mexico isn't that wide.
Nope.
Yeah. And then you get the little countries in between there. South America is pretty...
Well, there's Central America, which includes Mexico and I think like one or two other countries.
Oh yeah, but that's technically... There's only North and South are continents. Don't give me none of this Central America bullshit. Yeah, it's made up. Really. It's made up.
Well, yeah, NAFTA is...
Shut up, Cuba. That's just something you made up to be special. Yeah. All right, you're North America, Cuba. Is that South? No, that's North.
I would consider it North, but I think that might be what the Central America thing is that it kind of includes all those Bahama Islands and all that shit.
It's so tiny. That's why they probably did it too, because it's so weird. That little tiny place it's so weird.
Well, there's more than just Cuba. There'd be Dominican and Haiti.
Well, Cuba's not even part of it. I have it right here. It's Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama is technically Central America.
Yeah. Panama would be the big one because they are the canal and all that shit to get through.
Well, Panama's pretty big because they have Panama City, but Guadalajara is pretty big too.
I would think Cuba and all. Cuba wouldn't be. What is Cuba and Dominican?
Cuba has to be North America. If you're talking about continents, it has to be North America.
I would think it would have to be Central because if you're talking like,
but that's not a continent. Central America is just made up.
Yeah, I know. But
it's just a place that they invented.
There's a lot of fucking islands through there. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, dude. There's so many islands all around us. Go up north from us. Canada's like all islands up there.
Well, most of it's ice chunks.
Well, yeah, there is that too. I would like to go there just for like a week, and then come back, and then be like, I'm never going to do that ever again. But it'd be so fun just to
go up inside me,
dude. It'd be so fun just to be able to just snowmobile anywhere for like, just go off for like a few hours, come back
in
a shack.
60. Yeah,
in a shack, make a fire. It'd be fun for just a little bit, but I'd come back. I wouldn't stay there. But I would totally do that just for a little bit, though.
At minus 60, no, I'm good. I'll stay here.
I've experienced minus 50.
Yeah,
minus
so
55? Yeah, minus 40. I've experienced minus 40 a lot of times. So minus
63, I think, was the coldest.
Dude, anytime you get across minus 30, who gives a
yeah.
fuck what it is?
Yeah.
It's just like, don't go out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Hey, this is the MMA show. Talk about MMA. Yes. All right.
That is what we're supposed to be doing, is talking about people punching each other in the face.
Just some quick info about where you can find the show, Sprawl and Brawl. All right. Megascorcher.com. Go there. VODs, MP3s are available right there. Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, wherever else you want to find your podcasts, you can find us there too. And we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer as Megascorcher TV. That's our channel name. Go find us there. All right. We got some MMA results to talk about before the UFC event, which was pretty much the most significant event of the week. I guess all the other ones were pretty tiny. I do have some videos to go through and discuss, so let's do that. So there was an M1 event on, this was Friday evening, so it's in Russia. So they're like 5 or 6 hours, maybe even 7-ish, 8. Somewhere around there.
Russia? Well, depending on where in Russia, because Russia's kind of big like Canada.
It is big, but I'm assuming this is like Eastern Russia.
Okay.
Because they do a lot of events that are in Europe and Canada too, and Mexico.
Eastern Russia would be like 20 hours off of us.
What? I'm thinking. Okay, I was thinking about Western.
Okay.
I was getting my
Eastern would be then
wrong.
like by Japan or whatever.
Yes. Yes. But China.
Yeah, well, China's still kind of in the center of that, but then that could also be. But yeah, China would be 12, 13 hours, depending on something around there, depending on where you are as well.
So M1 has the prelims, which is called a selection, and I think it's like the new dudes. Actual main card. There was a TKO that looked pretty all right. Let me bring it up here. It was Alexei Kuchanov
and Cage.
Cage at the bottom.
Yeah.
The bottom is pretty cool. I do like that as well.
Because that kind of would if you're up against the cage, how like.
Because in Pride, it was always it was like little Asian dudes just pushing you back. It's like, no, come here. Yeah.
And so that would fix that issue, but then you shouldn't be able to wall walk it all the way up, because as soon as you hit the ropes, you'd fall through. Because that's one thing I really don't like about the cage, is that you can wall walk it up, and
everybody always holds on to it, which you could do with ropes too. But you only have the 3 ropes, so eventually something's going to go wrong. And
the ropes also they give a lot.
They do give a lot, yes.
Does, so you'll really be flung or something like that.
It's hard to blame somebody for guarding the cage, especially during a takedown when you're going down. Like when you're already down and you're trying to get up, that's another thing. But like when you're getting taken down into the cage and you're just like trying to hold on for dear life, that's another thing. Like I think that's just instinctual. Yeah,
agreed.
But anyways, there was another event called CES MMA 46. Howard Johnson fought at the end, 3-round decision. He won. Ex-UFC fighter. He's okay. I don't know what to say about it. The whole event was okay, I guess. I think it's like a 4-fight card. That's what I like about the events on Access TV. Like you tune in Friday, there's 4 fights always. It's pretty fun. Then there was a Road FC from Korea. I got a video here of a dude landing some illegal blows to the back of the head, which was pretty funny.
In Road FC, they are illegal. Like you can't.
Yes, on the ground you cannot. Well, you can't hit the back of the head ever.
Okay.
So,
well, in what were the rules in Pride?
You can't hit the back of the head, and
because you could stomp and stuff like that.
Yes,
in Pride.
Yes.
But yeah, I do. Yeah. I don't.
No, so this fight was pretty entertaining. They knocked each other down a few times. This was in the second round, and he even hit him legally the first punch that knocked him down, but then he just kept punching to the back of the head, straight hammer fists to the back of like 3 of them. The ref told him to stop after the second one, and then after the third one, he was diving in. So there you go.
He was about to hit him a fourth, and like the ref blocked it. Like, whoa, okay. Mm-hmm.
Then there was a glory in Lyon, France. I should have known this last week. I was like, "Where's Lyon?" It's Lyon, France. All right, let's go watch this video. I didn't watch the whole event because there was a Cage Warriors, which is MMA, which is usually what I tend to watch. But I always like watching the kickboxing, so I was kind of sad that I was forced to watch one of the two. But I watched the kickboxing. Oh, actually, this is the knee. Yeah, there you go. That's the knee. I thought I was going to play a different clip, but nope. It's this one. I'll play it again just because the knee is pretty... You remember how you talked about that wrestling one last week?
Yeah.
Like, this is a knee to the face. Yes.
And he just gets punched a couple more times after it.
Oh, that dude took a beating, like as if he took that knee and he still kept going. But no, this is this fight that I thought I was showing. Just a one-punch KO. This French dude was just destroying for a round and a half, and he just got too confident, and he just dropped his hands, and he just got clocked in the face while he was throwing a kick, and he was out. He was out cold. The punch hurt him a lot, but then I'm sure the impact on the ground also hurt him a lot because you can see that he was not expecting it at all. Like his leg, like the reason the knockout was even worse because he was fucking throwing his leg at the same time. But the punch was pretty brutal. Like, it was a pretty fucking hard punch.
It was good acting. He was right.
He like the last replay, the third one, he wound that shit up. You saw it. Like, he wound that shit from behind his back and just fucking clocked him. Like, it was a hard punch. So, that was awesome. And then Cage Warriors, I got, I think I only have this one clip from Cage Warriors.
Oh, yeah, that dude hit his head so hard. Holy crap.
Yeah, and then
almost his entire body weight ended up hitting his head. However, that, the way he threw his body sent him. Wow.
Oh, was that the last? Oh, no. Okay, I have this last Cage Warriors video here. It's some knees in the clinch. She landed like 3 of them before the dude went on the ground, and then the rest stepped in immediately. No need for any more punishment after that, because it was just straight 3 knees just to the head. Like, he tried blocking the last 2, but that's it. Like, he didn't really block any of those. So let's talk about UFC Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of it?
I did not watch the early prelims. I watched the Fight Pass and the main card.
What? Oh, man.
Fight Network and main card.
Okay, so wait. So you watched the first 2 fights on Fight Network? Or Fight Pass or whatever?
No, Fight Neck. So whatever was on TV.
Okay, so you watched the TV prelims.
Well, they were all yes, TV prelims on.
So you
Fight
watched
Network.
you watched the 4 fights before the actual main card.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I didn't watch the Fight Pass card either. So there you go. We don't need to talk about those 2 first fights because none of us saw them.
Yeah.
I don't even remember seeing highlights of those first 2 fights, to be honest. Which is weird because I always watch the post fight, and I always I remember people telling me that the first 2 fights were good. That's all I can say about the first 2 fights is people seemed entertained by the first 2 fights. But the TV prelims, god damn, they were amazing. Remember when I was hyping up the 2 first or the 2 co-main events, let's say, of the TV prelims?
Yeah,
Antonio Carlos Jr. and Jack Marshman. Let's just talk about that fight. That fight was pretty all right. Carlos Jr. just destroyed him.
Oh, that was just
destroyed
destruction. Yes,
even on the feet, he's the one that landed the most significant punch.
Yep.
So Jack just did not look good at all. Because then Jack got pissed and he wanted to land a punch and he got taken down.
Yeah.
And then he got rear naked choke. And it took a little bit, but he got it. It took like a couple minutes of just riding him and grinding him, and bam, rear naked choke. So that was cool. That was a good fight. And then Vicente Luque versus Nico Price. That was also a goddamn amazing fight. The first round was pretty close, I should say. Sorry, but then the second round, Jesus Christ, Vicente Luque just took over that whole goddamn round. He fucking landed so many punches. I can't even count how many punches he landed. It was just so many punches, and then it went to the ground, and he got a Darce choke. Do you have anything else to say about this fight?
Nope. The Darce choke was actually quite nice, the way he rolled into it and everything. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do I have a video for this one? No, I do not. All right. So, and then the first fight of the night here on the TV card was Elezu Zaleski dos Santos defeated Max Griffin. Jesus, dude, this fight was amazing. The first round was just them swinging at it like crazy, man. So Griffin got the first knockdown. He knocked down Dos Santos, and Dos Santos got up, and then like maybe a minute or two after, Dos Santos got him down with a knockdown from a punch. So the first round was fucking amazing. They were going at it. At one point, they were just swinging for like 5 seconds, just nonstop. Just It was a pretty fucking awesome first round. At the very end of the first round, though, Santos he was hurt. He headed into his corner hurt.
Yeah.
So and then the second round, though, you could tell Dos Santos was also maybe him getting hurt so much in the first round had something to do with it, but he was also tired. So Griffin took over in the second round, and then in the third round they were both tired. So it wasn't as awesome as the rest of the fight, but it was still awesome. Near the end of the fight, I just thought this was stupid. Griffin was like circling to the right, and Dos Santos just clocked him. Dude, that was the whole fuck. That was the only punch he was throwing most of the fight. And you're gonna circle fucking right into his right hand at the end of the fight when you're dead tired, with your hands down. I was just like, dude, just circle left. Go the other way. Just go the other way. You have like only a minute left. What the fuck are you doing? He might have lost that fight, but because of that, to be honest. But it was in Brazil. I figured they were going to give it to the Brazilian anyways.
Yeah.
So Dos Santos won over Griffin. And then Jerry Gordon versus Hakan Diaz. This fight was also good, but pretty one fucking sided. The first round was pretty competitive. There was a headbutt that caused a cut to Gordon. I guess that was the most significant damage that Hakan landed, which was an illegal headbutt.
Yeah, headbutt cut Gordon. Yeah.
Besides that, it was pretty much all Gordon, man. Holy shit. He went for a takedown in the first round, too, which was just like, well, okay. This American dude, or where's Gordon from?
I do think I'm U.S.
This American dude is going to take down this Brazilian in Brazil. Insane.
Yeah.
But he did not. He didn't get it anyway.
Queens, New York. So, yeah, American of the American.
Yeah. But then it didn't actually end up in the ground later, but fucking Hakan was just done. And Gordon got some hammer fists from half guard.
Well, the second round was just stupid.
Oh, yeah. No, the second and the third.
Well, two of the judges scored the second round as a 10-8.
And then one of them gave a 10-8 for the third as well, right?
No.
Because there's 30-26.
Yeah, no, but that would be... He just gave all 3 rounds to Gordon.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
No, so actually maybe all 3 judges to give... Because it's 29-27. Should be 30-20. So yeah, all 3 judges gave the second round as a 10-8. But 2 of the judges gave...
Oh, yeah, the last round to Hakan.
Yeah.
I would say the first round I would give to Hakan.
First round.
Yeah. I mean, anyways, whatever. I would argue the 10th round was maybe a 10-8 too, but I guess it wasn't as devastating as the second.
The second was just...
If you compare it to the second...
It took him a while to get him down and in position in the third.
Yeah, but that
second was just stupid.
Those hammer fists, man. He landed almost all of them.
Yeah.
When he was throwing them. It's pretty ridiculous. Oh, and then in the third round, the ref touched fucking Gordon. Then Gordon was like, "Is it over?" No, fucker.
Was that the third round, or was that?
Yeah, that was the third.
The second. It was the third. Okay.
Yeah, because it was near the end of the fight. I remember that much.
I knew it was near the end of the round. I couldn't. It was.
No, because I think they usually go on break between the third and the decision, but they stuck around to show that replay.
Because that was pretty weird, and even DC was going like, "You don't touch the fighter." What the?
Oh, I was watching this on Fight Pass.
I
was watching this on Fight Pass. So I didn't have the commercials.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting how they do that for international viewers that don't have it on TV. You don't have commercials.
Yeah.
So.
Again, I noticed that there wasn't many commercials during the Fight Pass or the Fight Network fights.
You watched it on Fight Network?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They had them like after the fight, but not so much during the rounds.
Yeah. If you watch on Fight Pass, the only time they say like they give a message that says commercial break. Yeah. They only do that after the third round and after the decision. But everything else, you see the entrances, you see between the rounds, you see everything. It's pretty cool. I wish I could watch all of them like that, to be honest. I would pay extra to not watch it on TSN.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's kind of what they might be going for after the Fox shit goes through.
Because I wonder how much TSN, like, they give them a lot of money for that license. I wonder how much. I wonder how much I would have to give the UFC for them to give to TSN for them to be happy with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they want that advertisement money that they make on the viewers. But I wonder how much they make on every individual viewer, you know? And if
TSN?
TSN.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
But I'm sure the UFC wants that money, so they're probably going to try to do some weird...
Well, they make that money by being on TSN.
Well, TSN pays them for the right to show their whatever.
Yes.
And then...
Mm-hmm. Sports.
But again, but I'm assuming it's just a blanket thing per event, so TSN could likely lose money on a bad event.
Oh, yeah, they for sure. But I don't know how much TSN actually...
I don't know. Like,
if Sportsnet didn't want it anymore, who else is left, right? Like,
they didn't want it?
No, because they had... because they had the
Sportsnet had it, but I don't know that they wanted it.
Because they had the NHL, so they were like, bye-bye, we don't have any more space for you guys.
Yeah. Well, to the point, like, they, like, what was it? Hockey Night in Canada spent some idiotic amount for 4 years of hockey.
Yeah. Rogers spent a lot of money for the NHL exclusive rights, which everybody hates, but whatever. All right, let's talk about the main card. Started with John Linacre versus Marla Vera. This fight was pretty one-sided, which was interesting because the shorter dude was destroying the taller dude the whole fight. I thought. So a few judges gave it 29-28, but I thought it was pretty unanimous that John Linacre won the 3 rounds.
Linacre third did not look so great.
Yeah, but neither did that. I would give that round 9-9 or 10-10, whatever the fuck you can give it.
It would be 9-9 for a draw.
Yeah.
Maybe because they didn't. Neither of them looked all that great, but.
Yeah, if you have to give it to somebody,
Marlon's not a ranked fighter, so that was a very interesting fight on his part.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if this fight was going 5 rounds, who knows?
Yeah, that was kind of where I was thinking too.
But it would have been very boring as well, because I don't think he was finishing him after the 3 rounds.
No,
Vera looked bad as well, but he just looked slightly better. I think Linacre just blew out his load in the first round because I think he thought he could finish it in the first round.
That's what he always does.
No, but I think he was actually legitimately finishing that in the first round because didn't he get a knockdown near the first? Was that the first?
No, I'm pretty sure that was. Yeah, he knocked him down and
he went for it.
Vera survived it and kept moving and.
Yeah, then he blew his load.
At no direct point in time, I thought it should have been stopped.
His tiny little load. So. It was blown. This next fight ended in spectacular fashion that I even have a video for it. So this was Thiago Santos versus Jack Hermanson. And the fight, it was okay. I'm not going to call it amazing or anything like that. But it ended in a way that was super cool. So, Santos just kind of rushed Hermanson.
Like, I don't think he even knew the ref stopped it. Like, he was just done.
Oh, yeah, so I know for sure. I guess you could call that unconscious.
He was not responding, so that would, he was done.
Cool finish. All right.
He was waking up from a nap.
The next fight,
was not actually unconscious.
Jim Miller lost to Francisco Trinaldo. The first round was really the only round that was entertaining in this fight. Jim Miller blew his fucking load.
Well, the thing is, this was Miller's first real fight in a while, was it not? He fought Pettis.
I want to say he fought a year ago.
July. He fought Pettis.
This year. All right.
Yeah.
And then his fight before that, I want to say it was December or November, wasn't it? Last year?
No, it was February of this year. So he's fought
Jesus Christ! All right then.
But
I remember there being snow when he fought.
February there would have been snow. Yeah.
There was a lot of snow in Ottawa, and they're saying there's going to be more this year. Oh no! That's not good.
Yeah, so he's got 3 losses.
Miller
in this year.
Miller has not looked good in his last fights. For sure.
And how old is he? He's 30. He's not that old.
He's old in terms of fight age. In terms of age, he's okay.
Total fights 40.
That's a good amount, and the majority of those are in the UFC. It's not like he's been anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what. He's also had some issues. Like, he's got some disease. I can't recall offhand, but it's not some blood disorder or something, if I remember correctly.
That's not good.
No.
Blood and skin diseases. I
want to say it's Crohn's disease.
Crohn's is manageable. He just needs to take his pills every day.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, but it's still got.
But then he's fighting on top of that. Yeah,
it's not just a normal dude doing whatever.
If he was just a normal dude just doing his Walmart job or whatever, or desk job, whatever, it's fine. But no.
Yes, I agree. Yes, Crohn's is manageable, but as a professional fighter, because he was saying he has issues actually working, he feels like shit.
Well, yeah,
he does any heavy physical lifting or whatever.
That's part of your body now.
Yeah, I know.
It just sucks for him, but that's
But the thing is, as a professional fighter, you need to be doing that. You need to be doing your cardio. You need to be doing your weight.
Oh no! Imagine if he was just right now, if he was retired and he had a job that he liked, and he just
Miller coaches and shit and does that too. So
he should just do that.
Yeah,
and then his body would feel way better.
Yes.
He could do exactly like he does right now if he wanted to, just not fighting.
He has his own gym that he is. But again, I don't know who he has at his gym. I know there's him and his brother or whatever, but I don't really know if there's any other real top prospects.
All right, next fight.
For it to actually be financially viable.
Next fight. Was this in the first round? Yes. First round. In 4 minutes, Pedro Munoz. It seems like he would, because it's not exactly like a skill sub. It's kind of like a rolling into and if I fucking have you, It's not like you train to do one-arm guillotines all the time. But that was cool. Pretty short fight. That's all there was to discuss about it. We all saw it. There you go. Damian Maia versus Colby Covington. Let's not even fucking talk about the fight, because fuck it. It's boring. Fuck all that fight. Is so boring. Damian Maia sucks. What does he do when he goes for takedowns now? He just dives at the feet.
Yeah.
He doesn't even go for a takedown now. It's embarrassing.
There was his stand-up looked better? Was it?
Oh, Maia
great
looks
relative?
better stand up for sure. I agree
Yes,
with you. Oh, yeah.
But his takedown, he needs to do some fucking wrestling.
What is he doing?
I honestly don't know. His takedowns have been pitiful for the last few fights because I don't. And people are catching on to what he's like, how he does things. That he essentially pulls guard to whatever, and they just
against Tyron, you kind of expected that because he did not like getting punched, and ever since he got punched that first time, like that fight was just different. Like Maia, he did go for the takedowns, but he was so tired, and I didn't judge him against
takedowns. Were still he just kind of
they were all terrible. They were all terrible, but I just can't believe that he did that against Colby. Like, what the fuck? It was the same fight. This was the same fight as the last one. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, the real news is what happened after the fight. Colby Covington said that Brazil is a dump and that everybody are filthy animals and go fuck themselves. No, he didn't say that. The first two things I said, though, totally real. No, he didn't say go fuck themselves. He didn't say that. He did not say that.
Said it in not so many words. Or...
Well, it's weird because here's the thing. I like that Brazilians cheer their own. I can respect that because Canadians kind of do that too. But if you're a shitty Canadian, Canadians will boo the shit out of you. But Brazilians don't give a fuck.
If you're a cost check and Canadian, you'd be booed.
Yeah, sure. But Brazil, they don't give a fuck. What's his name? He fought in Pride.
Vitor or Vanderlei?
Yeah, Vanderlei. So I feel like Vanderlei, when he was on Tough, a lot of Brazilians were like, "Oh, this guy's a little bit weird." So they're not totally one-sided that way. Like they will see an idiot when he's being an idiot, but they're very shielded in seeing that shit in Brazil. Like they don't see that shit as much as we do here.
They have a very heavy nation pride.
Yeah, they're blinded by their nation pride as much as let's say the South Americans are, South U.S. Americans are. They're very like, we love America, NASCAR, all that stuff. They're very America happy, those guys. But like, Brazil loves wrestling. So it's so fucking funny to me that they fell for the simplest, dumbest shit. Hey, your city sucks, and you guys are all shitheads. You don't make sense. You're all dumb. Bye. And then boo, and they threw shit at him after. It's just like,
well, they were throwing shit at him on the way in and stuff too.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that kind of changes my opinion.
Some shit. Before.
Look, I'm not surprised that Brazil says you're gonna die, and we're gonna kill you. I'm not surprised that they say that. I am not surprised at all. So, but it's so weird. It's so weird that they would do that kind of shit, and then when it's turned around on them, freak the fuck out. Man, and then a lot. Even the UFC, dude,
said a lot of weird, bad shit in general, and then a lot of people say that hyping up the fight or whatever. Yeah. And then take it back after the fight, which some of the Brazilians or whatever that might have had too much to drink may still do something because they just beat the shit out of their home countrymen or whatever. But most of them will see whatever. No, this dude just laid into him and said, "No, you're a piece of shit. You're still crappy. You're all slum dogs or whatever." Like whatever the fuck he said. He said a bunch of really stupid shit.
Well, it's weird because there's Chael Sonnen said a bunch of shit too.
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is, after the fight, he took it back and apologized. Indicated that he was just trying to. Yeah. In the post fight press conference, he always took most of what he said back.
Okay, most of it, but then he always says a little line in there, and it's like a little, like a little backslap at the end. Like, I'm sorry, Brazil, that you don't have the internet. Stuff like that. I remember he said that specific line.
After the fight, he typically doesn't do that type of thing. But
I guess, but remember, there's a few other Brazilians that he could have fought.
No, I know, yeah.
So, I don't know. He's always hyping up.
Well, he did still fight them in Bellator. Finally, did get to fight them.
Well, the one Brazilian, yes. But I'm saying there's a few other Brazilians, like Vitor. He could have fought Vitor. Especially now.
Well, Vitor's still with the UFC though. So.
Yeah. Didn't he say he had like a fight left or something?
He has one fight left.
But then he renewed it. And then
did he?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, didn't he?
I didn't hear about that, if that is the case.
I think we talked about that. I know
because he said this was his last fight.
Yeah.
And then he had the fight. But
then he had another fight still.
Dude, you still got one more fight. Yeah. I don't know what the hell he's talking
about. No. He said it after the fight himself. He's the one that said it after the fight. Joe Rogan said it. He's like, this was your last fight, right? Or whoever the interviewer was. And he's like, no, I still have one more. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, he said it himself. All right, and then the main event was Lyoto Machida getting his butt destroyed.
Yeah.
The thing in those two things to make a 3-thing combination.
Sure.
Drugs. Let's not forget why he has been out. Yeah, let's not forget why he has been out for this ring rust. It's because of drugs.
Yeah.
So that he admitted to, like, whatever. Yeah, sorry. I took it willingly and it sucks, but you took it.
Yeah. Well, I still don't know the full.
He was
something that was fine at one point, and then he's kept taking it, and then it was banned, and then he's like, "Oh, it was banned. I didn't know this."
But he should
know. Like he should, yes. But he obviously wasn't doing his due diligence, which he paid the price for that, and
I can't blame anybody but him on that one. Like, USADA might be a little bit negligent, but still, like, the information was out there.
Well,
other fighters knew.
His team certainly are completely negligent on that part.
Like, other fighters in the UFC knew.
Yeah, picked up on it. Maybe there was one other. Like, I still don't understand what the hell happened to Mir, but
he's in Russia now commentating on fights, so it's all good. Hoping for that Fedor fight. All right. That's it. That's the card. Let's talk about the ratings real quick. 588,000 average viewers for this thing. The World Series was going on at the same time, though. That did 15.4 million. So they took a large chunk of all the sports that night. And then the peak was...
World Series really had... I guess because they are on...
Well, it's America. It's America.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the peak was 671,000 during Colby and Damian Maia. That fight lasted 3 rounds, so people stayed tuned for that one. Main event was what, 3 minutes? Is that what it was? 2 minutes, 2.5.
Yeah, 2 sounds about right.
Yeah, 2.5. There's a tough episode airing tonight at 11 p.m. for some reason Eastern time in Canada.
Okay.
I'm sure if my
PBR is actually going to record it this time, so
yeah. Well, I'll make sure it records it at 11.
Well, yeah,
whatever it does, because I checked it. I'm like, what the fuck? And guess what's that? Guess what is on TSN right now?
Figure skating.
No, Sports Center. Fuck off. Off. It's just Sports Center. And weirdly enough, at 10 or I should say at 9 p.m. it was UFC Countdown for the pay-per-view this weekend. So this is weird that they split up the pay-per-view shit with fucking Sports Center. Anyways. Let's talk about the news, rundown, this shit. Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov is going to be fighting Edson Barboza at UFC 219. That's at the end of the year. It's a pretty good fight. Conor McGregor says that he is sorry for saying a faggot. He apologized. There you go.
Yeah.
Good boy, Conor.
I was referring to a cigarette, no?
No, of course not. He was clearly talking about the fighter. And he, being compared to a cigarette, I would say, is probably worse than being compared to a homo. Right? Okay.
Technically, yes.
Unless you're really homophobic. Unless you're really homophobic.
Yeah, so, okay, I have it on. It's on at 9, which would be 11 Eastern.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There might be something going on in the U.S. that it got pushed an hour.
Yeah, and it is Sports Center.
UFC 221 is going to take place in Perth, Australia, February 11th, 2018. Kombache Americas is going to be having an 8-man bantamweight tournament on November 11th. And it's going to be airing on NBC SN, which is where World Series of Fighting and Professional Fighting League aired before their contract expired. So I don't know if this is a one-time event or they actually signed a contract for a multi-fight deal, but who knows? And it's airing at 11:30, November 11th. The UFC has an event on November 11th too. Just saying. So maybe that's why it's so late. Because, I don't know. And Eric Perez has also signed to Combate America. So there you go. No longer in the UFC, I guess. Now with Combate America. Raquel Pennington broke her leg in an ATV accident during this past week. She apparently verbally agreed to fight Amanda Nunes for the title.
Okay, so that's on the 30th.
She broke her leg, bro.
You know, it does depend on the severity of the break. That could take 4 to 6 weeks, or could take.
I think they said 6 months.
To 12. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah. It depends on the break. If she shattered it, not she.
Oh well, so they said if she wasn't wearing her thick ass boots, that her leg would have been shattered, and they probably would have had to amputate lower below her knee. Yes, yeah. So she's lucky that she was wearing those boots.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bad. So 6 months at least.
Yeah. Okay.
If
they're talking about it could have been amputated for what? Like, okay. No,
oh yeah, no. This was not a simple ATV accident. This the ATV landed on her leg.
Yeah.
Like directly on it. That's not good. So
should not be really doing that type of stuff.
I don't know if I would have been that excited for Raquel Pennington Amanda Nunes title fight, anyways. So
I think Pennington would beat her though.
Which really?
Yeah, she can take a punch, and Nunes tires out pretty quickly.
I guess.
Can strike back, and
I could see Pennington getting knocked loopy, but Nunes' last fight was weird, so I really don't see where it goes from here. Because if Nunes is how she was before that last fight, I think she would win. That's just my opinion. But if she's like going to take it easy from here on out, but instead of blasting out her load in the first round, yeah sure.
Well, the things I think Pennington could survive that 3 minutes.
I don't know if she could. I don't know.
I think she has a really good out of anyone in the 135 division. I think she would have the largest chance. Because who else is like Kat is. No, I don't think so, no.
Well, I guess it would probably go to Kat right now. Who else do you give it to?
I don't know, honestly. But when was last? Kat hasn't...
No, she fought... what was it? It wasn't that long ago. Oh, no, it was a while ago. Yeah, it was like 2006, early 2006. Maybe even late 2016.
16, not 6.
Huh? Oh, 16. 16,
yeah. 16.
Yeah,
because if it's 2006, Jesus fucking Christ!
I know. I think it was January 2016. Oh, yeah. July 2016.
Okay, so you're still
UFC 200. She lost to Pena. And then she lost to Rousey. And then before that, she beat Amanda Nunes. So there you go. That would probably be the fight to make. If it's not Raquel, I guess. And then,
I don't know. I think that I just don't. Just does not look all that great.
There's an event this weekend. I don't know if you know. It's UFC 216. But the next event after that, there was a fight. Paul Felder and Al Iaquinta. Iaquinta got injured. So that fight... Currently in limbo, they're looking to maybe get Charles Oliveira to replace Al Iaquinta. But that's not finalized yet, so we'll see where that goes. That's taking place December 2nd. That's the second to last card of the year. That's Holloway and Edgar. It's a pretty good headliner. All right, let's talk about the upcoming events this weekend, and then we'll head out of here. There's
Holm would probably make sense for that fight.
Yeah, but Holmes gonna probably go up and fight Cyborg.
No, well, she's got... No, that's a win. Sorry, okay.
She's probably fighting Cyborg next, if I had to guess.
Yeah, she doesn't have a fight coming up.
That's the fight they wanted to make when they originally
put her... fighting Nunes would still probably... Like, she'd be interested in that. It's for the title. It's for a title, and she'd be... up for that.
Sure,
'cause
sure.
The whole cyborg thing is a load of shit as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, I'm not against you on that one.
Like the whole 145. Like I don't.
But that's the fight they want for sure. Like they're definitely trying to get that fight done.
Fucking cyborg, I think would just fucking axe murder. Like I just don't.
But after her last fight, I don't know if I agree with that.
Cyborg's last fight? You mean?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I don't. Well, like if Cyborg gets on top of you, you're not surviving.
Yeah, but I don't know if she can do that to home. I don't think Cyborg is exactly the crazy fighter you think she is. She just lands punches and then goes on top and then destroys.
Yes. And again, she's not fighting good, proper fighters. Like
no. And usually when she is fighting good, proper fighters, they're lower than in weight than she is. So.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the upcoming events here. Professional Fighters League is happening tomorrow. There's four fights on the card. It starts at 8:25. It's a charity card. It is headlined by Ivanov versus Alencar. They were supposed to fight earlier in the year, and it got pushed. And the co-main event is Palmer versus Seiler. Those are pretty good fights there. And then there's Mike Kyle versus Daniel Gallimore. I know who Mike Kyle is, but Daniel Gallimore sounds familiar, but I don't know. And then Timur Valiev versus Jose Naldo Silva. I like those two guys. Valiev is all right. Russians, yo. They go in there to kill sometimes. Not always, but some of them can. He's fighting out of New Mexico, out of Winklejohn, I should say. Jackson Winklejohn. All right, there you go. That's that card. And then there's also Bellator. Friday night, November 3rd. It's Bayer defending his title against Linton Vassell. Phil Davis is also on the card against Leo Lady. Alina McFarland versus Emily Ducote. That's for the women's flyweight title, I believe. Yes. Ed Ruth versus Chris Dempsey. Saad Awad versus Zach Freeman. Zach Freeman is the dude that KO'd the Joe Soto. Is that his name? No, what was his name? The wrestler that Bellator thought was going to be the shit, and then he knocked him out. Is it? Oh, Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah,
he got knocked out in like 8 seconds or something.
Yeah. So that main card looks okay. I'm not going to comment about the prelims. My feelings about the prelims. Here's my feelings about the prelims every time. They're pretty good because they roll through them as fast as they can. So when one fight is done, bam, the other ones are out there. Let's get this shit done. There's how many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 fights on the card in 2 hours. They try to get those 7 fights done in 2 hours if they can. All right, and then there's also an LFA on Friday. Not going to talk about that one. There's an ACB 74 from Russia on Saturday at 12 p.m. If you want to watch that, that's on fight.tv or the Fight app. You can watch it on Google Chrome or whatever you have. And then UFC 217, Bisping versus GSP. That's the card we want to talk about. I am excited about the whole pay-per-view. The undercard is whatever. I'll watch it, but I'm not super excited about it. But that damn pay-per-view. Give it to me, man. Give it to me. All right. Well, we might as well talk about the UFC Fight Pass. Prelims. Eamon Zahabi versus Ricardo Ramos. Yes, that's Zahabi's younger brother. He is starting off the New York card. Are there gyms in Montreal and New York, right? Do they have a gym in New York?
Don't know.
I know GSP trains in New York, but is it a TriStar?
I don't think so.
All right. So that fight should be okay. Ion Kutlaba versus Michael Oleanechuk. That should be okay. Oh my god, fuck. Curtis Blades versus Oleanechuk. Man, heavyweights. That should be an okay fight too. Oleanechuk, crazy let's just call him the Boa Constrictor. That's his nickname. He's Russian. His last fight was great. I'm trying to remember if his last few fights were great. Oh yeah, that's right. He rear naked choked
Travis
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he got an Ezekiel choke on Victor Pesta. And he lost to Daniel Olemenenchuk. Oh, that's the dude that's fighting right before him.
Yeah.
And he's light heavyweight. He went down. All right. So that's the prelims on UFC Fight Pass. If you are going to watch the prelims right there, that's about I think it's $10 a month if you buy it per month. Fight Pass.
Something like that, yeah.
All right. And then on Fox Sports 1 and TSN something here. This might be 2 or 5. Randy Brown versus Mickey Gall in their welterweight division.
Yo.
Yeah, I hope Gall wins. It's pretty obvious who I'm going for. Didn't even need to say that. Gall said that he knows who he's going to call out after this fight already. So there you go, because that's his ritual of he calls out people. His last call out. His last call out sucked though. Do you remember he called out Dan Hardy? Oh
yeah, kind of.
Hey, the dude that doesn't fight with the heart condition anymore.
Yeah.
Suck my dick. It's weird. Okay, Ovin St. Preux versus Corey Anderson. That looks all right. Two black dudes going at it, yo. Usually that it goes one of two ways: very crappy or very awesome.
Yeah. Corey Anderson, I would assume it's not going to be very good.
Well, that's Ovin St. Preux also has that style where it's hot or not.
No, well then that's the thing. Like that's what I mean.
If these two dudes line up on fucking Saturday night, it could be some goddamn fireworks in New York. All right. Walt Harris versus Mark Godbeer. This was scheduled for the last pay-per-view and got pushed to this one. Good stuff. I was excited about this fight. I'm glad that it's happening still. Somebody's going to get knocked out in this fight. James Vick versus Joseph Duffy. Somebody's getting knocked out in this fight. It's probably James Vick. If I had to guess, that's my prediction. Duffy KOs Vick. That's my guess. No? Am I off base here? Am I going crazy?
Not sure.
Okay. I'm not saying that Joseph Duffy has a reputation of KOing people, but James Vick has gone punched in the face before and fell. This I feel like could go either way. Somebody's gonna get KO'd in this fight. My pick is Duffy. Vic could do it, but Duffy, my pick.
Neither Duffy has fought Dustin Poirier, and that's really the only name between the two of them, and he lost to him. So Vic hasn't really fought.
Hey man, he fought Mitch Clark. That dude's Canadian. Give him some credit.
Is that right?
Hey, he beat fucking Joseph Duffy. Beat Conor McGregor. That's right.
Okay.
He beat him in Cage Warriors.
Yeah, like how many years ago?
2010.
So 7 years ago.
Yeah. He beat him though. Can't take that away. It's right there. It's right. I saw, and right before that, he beat Norman Park. Suck it, Norman Park. You suck. You suck. Can't even fight in the UFC anymore. God. No. He's crazy. Yeah. He fights in KSW. Those dudes do better than the UFC. All of their shows are like stadium shows. It's fucking insane. They go crazy up there for KSW. All right. Yeah. Let's talk about the pay-per-view. It's going to start with Johnny Hendricks versus Paulo.
No, not Johnny Hendricks. Old man.
No, dude. He's with Jackson Winklejohn now. He's good. He's fine. He's got it. He's got it nailed down. Give him 2 years. He's going to be champion again.
No.
He's with the one-eyed man teaching him how to kick. He's got it. He's got it now, man. He's got it. Dude, I love that one-eyed man. I'm not making fun of him. He has one eye.
Yeah, I know. It's just the way you say it is just kind of asinine, but yeah.
But Paulo Barancina. Oh, man, Paulo's probably going to take his fucking head off, too.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Hendricks is dead after this. He's going to get decapitated or
oh my god, this
caved in.
This guy's other name here is the Eraser. Oh Jesus, God.
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like what?
All right, and then the second fight of the night, our last non-title fight of the night, Stephen Thompson versus Jorge Masvidal. This one's gonna be good.
It's gonna be interesting for a proper MMA fan or like someone who actually like.
No, I don't think that. I think that Stephen Thompson wants to prove something after his abysmal last fight. And Jorge Masvidal, I feel like he always does pretty all right in his fights. He's always pretty entertaining. So I'm not too scared of this fight. If
they do actually engage, it's going to be a very short fight.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Thompson's just going to knock him.
I don't think Thompson wants to leave anything to risk on this fight. He's probably going to try to knock him out.
If he's willing to actually properly engage, if both of them are willing to properly engage, I'm pretty sure Stephen Thompson's just going to crush him.
Jorge,
too much of a size difference.
Yeah, he's just he's small. He can punch some fools, but he's small.
Yeah.
For the division.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And
he's still like, if I remember, like his last few fights, he hasn't looked in the greatest shape either. Masvidal, that is.
Well, who did he fight last? Let's see. Because I don't remember. Damian Maia.
Damian Maia.
Yeah.
And he lost a split decision.
Yeah, because...
and then he beat Cowboy, and then beat Ellenberger, and then beat Ross Pearson.
Who?
Kind of, yeah. So, like, yes, each of those were, like, well, Cerrone, like, with whatever the hell happened with... Is it Dill?
Till.
Till.
Yeah. Close. His first name starts with a D.
Yeah.
I know you're on Jacek and Rose Namajunas, though. That fight. Rose really thinks that she can win. So I don't know what that means. I don't think she's going to win, but she's going in there with that attitude, which is a good sign. Because you can see it. I definitely think that she thinks that she can win.
Yeah, no, she has the potential to win.
Sure.
It's her game plan on how you're going to...
Well, look, when Rose gets punched, she doesn't like it. I'm not saying that you should like getting punched in the face, but... And Joanna can punch.
Yes.
So
well, that's the thing, is you have to somehow get to the inside, clinch with the clincher. Like, Joanna loves to clinch and just throws idiotic knees and stuff. Like you have to then just straight take her down and beat the crap out of her within like 3 minutes. If you don't do that, then
I was looking at the stats. Like Rose usually has a little bit of a reach advantage, and in this fight she doesn't. She's actually slightly less, 1 centimeter less.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing in inches. It's saying it's both 65 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Her leg reach is actually significantly longer, but
yeah, that could be a factor.
I don't think you want to get into a kicking match.
Oh no, for sure. But it's Rose could do a little setup where she doesn't see the kick coming.
I think Rose would have to bully her, and I don't know if she's strong enough to actually strong. Not saying that she's not strong, but strong enough.
Mm-hmm. And it's 5 rounds Joanna. Too,
right? And yeah. And in my mind, she would have to finish her in the first round because I don't think she's going to have the cardio of Joanna, which then just means she'll lose in points at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can she do it? I think it's possible. It's just the stars have to align, and she has to have a good game plan. Whatever her game plan is. If her game plan is going in and test the waters and see what this is, she's screwed.
Mm-hmm.
If her game plan is something very specific, if she's looked at the tapes and figured out, like, if Joanna doesn't like it when you do this.
Well, she's with a team that would do that.
Yeah. So, but again, will that game plan then work, or does Joanna realize, okay, this is something that Rose will probably try to do, so I have to then, because Joanna's smart enough to realize that as well. So,
Yeah.
It will be a fight anyway.
It is the fight that I'm least looking forward to out of all the title fights. I'm not saying that's. They're still fighting for titles.
Yes,
they are still the top three on the card.
Yes. All right. Yes, Garbrandt and Dillashaw. Oh God,
I'm so excited that I'm looking on Wikipedia. It says Michael Bisping versus Conor McGregor. That's funny.
Okay.
McGregor would get wrecked by Bisping, I think.
Yeah, he would be, because GSP is apparently gained like 14, 15 pounds for this fight. Mm-hmm. So,
well, because look at Conor against Diaz. Diaz, his size was a big factor in that fight, I think.
Yeah,
and Bisping's just even bigger. So, anyways, Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw.
Bisping and Diaz are the same height and same reach. Bisping's got a hell of a lot more muscle.
Yes. That's the advantage that Diaz has going into fights, is his reach and his height usually. Yeah. So, but Garbrandt and Dillashaw, they've been going at it for a good long time. We don't need to say anything more about this. I'm just gonna say Garbrandt's.
I'm pretty sure someone's getting finished here.
I'm just gonna say Garbrandt's girlfriend, cute. She's not hot, but she's cute. She's cute. She seems like she has a good attitude.
I would think Dillashaw's probably going to try to take him down and submit him.
Yeah, but can he?
Probably, yes. Well, he can take him down.
Well, he can take him down, but can he avoid any of the damage before the takedown?
Probably, yes.
Because I feel like if Garbrandt lands that one punch, or that one, even a knee or something coming in, he could do something. He could do. I don't. This fight's. It's hard for me to pick one or the other because I like Dillashaw, but I don't think that he's that great. To be honest, I don't think Cody is that great either. But he beat Cruz, so
yeah,
I kind of had to side with him.
I still think there's some sort of asterisk to that. I don't think Cruz was at 100%.
I guess, but if Cruz wasn't at 100% and he really felt vulnerable, he could have just said, no, let's fight at the next pay-per-view, but he did not do that.
Yeah. No, I don't think he would do that, though. Because everything that he's been saying and doing, and this and that, I don't think you could then say, I'm not 100%, I can't fight.
For sure. I'd like, it's not a fighter's
And he was very upfront at the end of saying, like, yes, I'm at 100%, but that's just something he would say is like, yeah, no, I have staff and I'm fucked.
And GSP,
he would be saying that.
GSP versus Bisping, I don't know how this goes because GSP is fighting out of his norm. It's weird, right? So,
now I watched some shit on Sonnen that Sonnen was talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay, like he's trained with both of them, fought Bisping twice. And he was saying when George was fighting at welterweight, he was stronger than what Bisping is now. So if George just added on 15 to 18 pounds of muscle, he's going to be substantially stronger, still likely have the speed advantage. It's then the reach and the boxing of Bisping that could provide issues.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people are saying like GSP, oh my god, he's been gone for 4 years, but look at Bisping. Like I would argue if Bisping didn't fight for the last 4 years, he would probably be better fighting right now than if he, kept fighting those last four years.
It's the ring rust is the thing.
Yes.
If it goes out of the first round, GSP's chances just go up and up and up.
Who's the one that fucked up his eye again? It was
It fucked up
Bisping's eye.
Who's the other old man, army guy, ranger, Tim Kennedy.
Oh yeah, yes. I guess it was Tim Kennedy. Yeah. Fucked his eye up good.
Yeah.
That was in 2014.
But the whole ring rust throughout the fight will decrease. Like he'll get more set to it.
For sure.
Again, it's somebody who's been in this, done all this so many times. is he emotional? Which I don't think he will be.
I kind of view GSP kind of like Cruz, right? Ring rust is true, but if they train, they know.
Yes, and that's what GSP keeps pointing to.
And Cruz and GSP are motherfuckers that doubt themselves, right? That's probably what happens with the guys who come back and suck. Like Machida, do you think he was fucking 100% confident? I don't know, man. He's probably bummed, to be honest, about all the shit that he had to go through.
Mm. Yeah, well, self-doubt and all that stuff is certainly...
No, not even just self-doubt. It's like being bummed and depressed, and maybe he just didn't like... Maybe you just don't like the UFC like you like him before, right? The only real shit he had to deal with was renegotiating his contract, right? It's not like he's been dealing with the UFC for the past 4 years with bullshit. So, I just don't think that the ring rust affects GSP like anybody else, so... I don't think it's that much of a deal. And with Bisping, you look at his last 4 years of fights, like it changed his body. And I really think that he's only the champion right now because of luck. It all fell into place.
Yes.
I'm not saying that he's not skilled. It just fell into place.
Yeah. No, he was given a chance because somebody got hurt and he took the chance, and his opponent severely underestimated him because he had already gotten his ass kicked by him. And like Raquel, that first fight was a beating.
Yeah, and it went into 2 rounds, and it probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, and Raquel just thought it was going to be the exact same thing, but Bisping was pumped. He took advantage of the opportunity and came out fucking full throttle and knocked him the F out.
And then the only fight he's had since then is fucking Henderson.
Which that was actually a really good, close fight.
Oh, yeah. The fight was entertaining.
Now, I'm not taking anything away from Hendo because it is Hendo, but Hendo's an old dude. And he had a really close fight with a really old dude. No, you're talking about an old dude that is thick as like... In his home territory, too. Yeah.
So like, Henderson had to go.
Hendo is like solid mother. He should have been fighting at 185 the whole time, but he decided to fight at 205, and he walked in on the scale at 203. So, like, I don't fully understand why you're fighting at 205. But I guess he was just so old that he just didn't really give a shit about cutting weight anymore. And he still did pretty well at 205, and he should have been fighting at 185. Because if he fought at 185, I think and again, I think another reason is because of Silva. Silva he fought Silva, got his ass kicked, and it was like, okay, it's not trying to get that much better to be able to beat Silva is not going to happen. So I'm just going to go fight at 205.
Man, he should just stuck around. Silva didn't last too long after that.
No, well, he got his like when he came over from Pride and then he went very soon. I guess he fought Bisping, or was that before?
No, he fought Silva, and then he fought Husimar Palhares, and he fought Rich Franklin, and then it was Bisping.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he lost to Jake Shields for the Strikeforce Championship. God, what a loser losing to Jake Shields. I'm just kidding.
Well, it was by decision, so...
Well, Dan Henderson is good on the ground, but he's not Jake Shields good. So he had one chance against
wrestling is really good, but I don't know how great his jiu-jitsu is. I'm sure his counter jiu-jitsu shit's pretty good.
Jake Shields is very good at not getting hit. When he gets hit, though, he gets hit and hurts. But he's pretty good at ignoring punches and swerving around them and getting a takedown. So in my opinion, he's probably the best at it. Who's that dude that was in Bellator and went to ONE FC? Ben. What's his effing name? Ben Askren. Ben Askren might be the only one. Like, John Fitch is pretty good at it too, but I don't think Jake Shields, I think he's better at it, even though Fitch beat him. But in a jiu-jitsu match, I think Jake Shields would probably win. Anyways. Talk about boring dudes now.
Yeah.
Because GSP is totally not. He never does that stuff, man. He's always entertaining. He never does takedowns and lays in pounds and just grinds it. He never does that. Never.
still the way he does it is fucking ridiculous. On just.
I think people fucking forget. I think people just think, oh, he always just laid on people. Go fucking watch his fucking fights. He fucking lays on top of them and also deals a lot of damage.
Damage, yes.
Like, go watch his fight against spiky haired dude, Carlos Condit. Go watch that fucking fight. Yeah, Carlos Condit got destroyed. Got killed.
Well,
killed.
GSP took a couple of good shots.
Yeah, he did. His face was marked up after that fight. It was a good. That fight was awesome, but when it went to the ground,
Diaz fight was just stupidly dominant. Like he absolutely crushed Diaz. Like that was just stupid on how his control was.
Well, I've been watching a lot of GSP fights over the last 2 weeks for this pay-per-view.
And then the Hendricks fight was not very good on his part. But again, like as soon as USADA came in, what happened to Hendricks and what was GSP kind of insinuating a lot of the time?
Well, again, look at that Johnny Hendricks fight. The second it went to the ground, it was entertaining, but George was winning.
Yeah. But the thing, right.
That's not his most dynamic fight, let's say.
No. And again, he was at the point that he didn't want to do this anymore before the fight started. So you're going into a fight not wanting to do this anymore.
Yeah, which is interesting because
wanting to take a break or whatever.
Because Nick Diaz, I think it was a few fights, even Carlos Condit's fight. I think he was saying that he wanted to take a break or something on the post-fight interview. I literally just watched it. I'm pretty sure he said that. He didn't. He was saying like
I'm pretty sure he said things like that after the Diaz fight.
Yeah. Well, but the Diaz fight, he was just so pumped for it because it's just fucking Nick Diaz and fuck his ass.
Yeah.
It's funny that he went from that to Johnny Hendricks and not wanting to fight anymore.
Well, it was also the point of the whole thing of like what Hendricks had to have been on some shit.
Yeah, but who wasn't? Who wasn't?
GSP, I'm pretty sure.
Ever? I don't know. GSP was a fucking machine. Now, could he have all done that legally? Sure. I don't even know what the fuck legally means anymore.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, like the USADA testing is so idiotically stringent.
Because GSP fucking started in Quebec with TKO and the other shit here. So, like, how stringent were their testing? You know, who knows? Like, one of their events was called Adrenaline. Who knows how much adrenaline GSP was on at that time? I don't know.
Adrenaline. Well, I guess you could take artificial adrenaline.
Yeah. And one of the events was called Road Warriors. That's pretty all right. I like the time where he went back and forth from the UFC to TKO. It only happened once, but it was cool. His first fight in the UFC, Caro Parisian, and it went 3 rounds. Back when Caro was pretty all right.
Yeah.
And then he got fat and sucked. He's one of those fighters where, he's like big country. If he was a heavyweight, he probably would have had a career, Caro, but he was a small dude. You have to keep in shape when you're a fucking small dude. That or go to South Korea and fight trash cans over there. Because I was watching some welterweights fight, and I thought they were heavyweights. They were so flabby, and just, they're not. They're pretty small. They were just not in shape at all. They looked like me. I could have been in there fighting. I was like, holy shit! I guess I should move to South Korea and just become the fat white guy that fights. I would get so much pussy. So much.
Go for
it. Okay. So Tough didn't happen yet. It's happening in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that next week. On Monday. Our new day. We're here every Monday. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. We're here. Megascorcher.com is where you can find all our VODs and MP3s if you want to listen or watch us not live. YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, Megascorcher TV is our channel names over there for the live broadcast. And podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, whatever other podcast app is out there. Go download that, type in Sprawl and Brawl. We are on there. and you can download all the 72 episodes that we have produced up to now. Some of them have 3 people on them. Some of them had 4 people on them. But now we have 2.
Did Sprawl and Brawl ever have 4 people?
Yeah. May and Curbs did it at the same time once.
Yeah, May would have done.
Curbs was just quietly sitting there.
Yeah.
May was talking more than Curbs was.
Well, May actually watches.
Yes.
Watch.
Yes. Curbs only claims to like stuff. And doesn't actually watch stuff. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We're here every week. Next Monday though. And every Monday after that. See ya.
Yeah. Bye.